Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I took a bit of a break. I actually had corona, but thank God, honestly, everything's fine. My household's fine, everyone's fine, and we're back. This week's video is all about the second trimester. This trimester for me had the most events. It was a good trimester. They've all been good, to be fair, but yeah, let's just get straight into it. So where do I begin? So the second trimester is lovely because it's when you first start feeling your baby in your belly. This is like I first felt it actually, if I get my notes. First felt, I put here flutters, which basically you can feel like you're not getting kicked yet at all because the baby's way too small, but you can feel like a little, I think they describe it as like a little butterfly or like little fish just swimming about in there. And I feel like I definitely felt that around 14 weeks, which I think is quite early, but I honestly feel like I definitely felt it. But you know, I'm sure it's debated whether you can actually feel it that early, but I definitely felt little like glides basically around week 14. I also had a lot of back pain because, you know, as the bump is starting to grow, puts a lot of pressure on your back. But to be fair, I had a bad back before this whole thing, so you know, again, it's all everyone's individual journey. Another thing I had was major heartburn. Milk was my best friend. I was just down in oat milk as much as I could. When I ate like really big meals, especially late at night, that wouldn't go down well. My heartburn was crazy. But you can use Gaviscon when you're pregnant, so I highly recommend that you just get the Gaviscon early. I'm always like delaying taking things. I'm kind of think I'll just get through it, like it's fine, but the Gaviscon actually really helps. So I would highly recommend Gaviscon as soon as that heartburn kicks in. So stretch marks, I started first seeing stretch marks at about 23 weeks. That's when you kind of have like an established bump now, like it's for real. And what I started using to just moisturize the area, because nobody told me that stretch marks itch. Like, I completely had no idea. Sorry, I'm breathless because I had to get up and get these. But yes, stretch marks, they are genetics based. They are just a part of the fact that you're growing a whole child and your belly has to stretch. So, I mean, I personally don't feel too insecure about them, but I know some people can feel that way. But it's honestly just because you're doing an amazing job growing a child. They should fade afterwards if you keep the area moisturized basically. So to do that, I've just been constantly using bio oil and also the Palmer's stretch mark tummy butter and also the stretch mark massage lotion. Whether it's actually helping, I don't know, but you know, it feels nice. It's a nice little morning and evening routine, and I just hope it, I mean, they claim that, you know, it helps reduce the appearance. So I'm hoping that because I've started early-ish, that as I just keep going throughout the pregnancy and then afterwards as well, that it does help. But you know, we'll see. Next thing that happened to me in my second trimester was the fact that I had a urine infection. And that was week 24. In fact, let me tell you the whole story about it. So obviously you know that in pregnancy, well, you may not know, but in pregnancy, you feel like you need to go to the toilet quite often. But mine was getting ridiculous. Like, I would literally desperate to go to the toilet and the tiniest little would come out. So I didn't really think anything too much of it because obviously I've never been pregnant. I just thought, like, this must just be pregnancy. But I think they were the first signs of the urine infection. So it wasn't until one evening that I had, oh my gosh, that was the worst stomach ache and like abdominal crampy pains that I have ever had in my entire life. Like, it was so painful. Oh my gosh, it was so painful. And that is what made me call the well, in my area we have like a emergency midwife number, and I think I waited till the morning, but I called them and was explaining like the pain is crazy. And then it was So I was explaining to them that the pain was crazy, and she basically said, right, once she was talking to me, I was saying, yeah, I'm going to the toilet, but like nothing's coming out. And it's funny because by the morning, then it started to hurt to go to the toilet, and then she was like, okay, yeah, that definitely sounds like a urine infection. So I just had to go to my GP, and they prescribed me with these, it was like antibiotics, and I had to, obviously, they knew that I was pregnant, and they said it wouldn't affect the baby, so like it's all fine, and it's obviously better to treat the infection than it is to leave it, because if you leave it, it can progress and affect your kidneys, and obviously that's not good. So they took a sample of my urine, sent it off. From what I explained, they said it definitely sounded like a urine infection, so they started me on the antibiotics before they even knew exactly what it was, and then they called me later to say that it definitely was. But yeah, that is common in pregnancy because the pressure on the bladder can cause like your urine to basically leak a bit, and yeah, bacteria, all of that stuff. So yeah, that's what happened to me, and the antibiotics helped straight away, like literally stopped the burning pain when I used to go to the toilet. I also was drinking like probiotics to help whilst I was taking the antibiotics, and I was also drinking a lot of cranberry juice, which apparently helps as well. But since then, it's never come back, everything's fine. But yeah, just letting you know, that's what happened to me. You start feeling kicks on the inside first, that's what I felt quite early on. And then towards the end, I think it was like week 28, kind of almost towards the third trimester, you can feel kicks, like actual, and then you can kind of, the person, like whoever you're with, can put their hand on your belly, and you should also start to feel it. So that's what I experienced. It was a nice trimester. It was a bit traumatic with the urine infection, but other than that, it was lovely. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. My major must-haves are just your stretch mark, creams and oils, and Gaviscon. You need that so bad, and you need it for the whole entire pregnancy, because yeah, that heartburn is not leaving anytime soon. But yeah, thanks for watching the video, and I will see you next week.